Welcome back to the deep dive. So today we're doing something a little different. We're gonna tear up the traditional self-help script.
We really are. We're exploring this radical idea that the constant, relentless pursuit of happiness might be the very thing making us miserable.
It's a total flip of everything you hear. So where do we even start with that?
I think we have to start with Charles Bukowski. Here's a guy who, by all normal standards, was kind of a failure for most of his life.
Right.
And he only found huge success after he just accepted that. He leaned into it. His epitaph says it all, just 3 words. Don't try.
Don't try that. It's jarring. It goes against every motivational poster ever made.
Exactly. And it points directly at this trap in modern culture, this obsessive focus on, be smarter, be richer, be happier.
All the superlatives.
Yeah. And all it does is shine a huge spotlight on what you think you lack right now. It just breeds insecurity.
And that insecurity leads to this spiral. I think the source material calls it the feedback loop from hell.
That's the one. It's that feeling when you get anxious and then you start feeling anxious about being anxious.
Or guilty about feeling guilty.
Precisely. It just feeds on itself because we've been taught that negative feelings like fear or guilt are somehow not okay.
Yeah.
That they're a bug in the system.
So why does fighting it make it so much stronger?
Well, that's where the philosopher Alan Watts comes in with his backwards law. The idea is the desire for a more positive experience is in itself a negative experience.
Because you're just reminding yourself of what you don't have.
You're cementing that feeling of lack. And the flip side is that accepting a negative experience is, paradoxically, a positive one.
It reminds me of that old saying, the smallest dog barks the loudest.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're constantly trying to prove you're confident or rich, you're just screaming to the world that you don't feel like you are.
Okay, so if we can't escape negative feelings, what do we do? Just embrace misery.
In a way, yes.
Yeah.
We have to see that pain and problems aren't bugs. They're features. They're biologically useful.
Yeah.
They push us to change to survive.
But there's a difference between useful pain and just, crippling anxiety.
Right. And the key is to redefine happiness. It isn't the absence of problems. Happiness is the activity of solving problems.
Yeah. So the problems never actually go away.
They never go away. They just get exchanged or hopefully upgraded. I mean, Warren Buffett has money problems and a guy on the street has money problems.
Yeah.
The quality of those problems is very different.
That completely changes the goal then. The question isn't, what do I want to enjoy?
No. The much more important question, the question that really defines you, is what pain are you willing to sustain? What are you willing to struggle for?
Who you are is the struggle you choose.
Exactly. And that brings us to what this subtle art is really about. It is absolutely not about indifference.
That's a huge point. Because I think most people hear not giving a fuck, and they picture someone who's apathetic and sarcastic about everything.
Right, and those people are often the most scared. They're hiding.
Yeah.
No, this is about being comfortable with being different. It's about being selective.
We only have so many fucks to give.
A very limited amount. And maturity is learning how to invest them only in things that are truly fuckworthy. It's about choosing good values.
And what makes a value good versus bad?
Good values are things that are reality-based, socially constructive, and immediate and controllable, like honesty or curiosity. Bad values are often dependent on external things.
Like pleasure or material success or always needing to be right.
Those are the big ones. They create problems that are almost impossible to solve. And this is all amplified by what the source calls the tyranny of exceptionalism.
The media effect. We only see the absolute top 0.1% and the bottom 0.1%.
And it makes us feel like being exceptional is the new normal. So if your life is just ordinary, then you feel like a failure. The truth is, the vast majority of life is ordinary, and learning to accept that, to embrace the mundane, is the ticket to emotional health.
So in the end, it all comes back to a choice. We are always choosing what to care about.
Always. And to take it one step further, the philosopher Ernest Becker linked this to our fear of death.
Our death terror.
Yeah. He argued that all our values, our goals, our ambitions, they're all just immortality projects. Ways to feel like our life mattered beyond our physical death.
So confronting your own mortality is the ultimate clarifying moment.
It is. It just obliterates all the crappy, fragile, superficial values, the need for likes, the bigger car. It all becomes absurd.
And what's left is the freedom to choose values that are actually bigger than yourself. It leaves you with that one last question.
What are you willing to fight for when you know the clock is ticking?